everyone, nice to see you. And here, as promised, is a video on how to deal with a silk cap. I'm not going to actually spin it, I'm sure you can manage that bit. What I'm going to do is just show you how to get it to the point where you can spin it, or actually can knit with it, because you can use these without them being spun. The reason for that is this is made from lots and lots of individual silk cocoons that have been stretched out over a dome-shaped mould, hence its name, silk cap. And you can see I've got my hand in the middle there, and it does kind of look like a cap, although obviously you can't use it as one. The first thing with these is that a lot of people find if you've got little snags on your fingers, they will catch. Take your watch off, take your rings off before you try and deal with it. And a lot of people find it does help to use a bit of hand cream. If you use them a lot, you get in the knack of doing a little twiddle like that, and then you don't really need the hand cream anymore. So it's just all about learning how to work with them. Before I forget, for those of you that have got my book, the How to Spin book, there is lots about how to work with silk caps in the book, and this starts on page 173. So if you've got the book, you've got that information as well. And hopefully between that and the video, you will know what to do. And actually, this weekend, starting Sunday, I'm going to be teaching spinning at the Magicraft event in Edinburgh, which is by the Wheel U, and I'm going to be spinning silk caps at that and all sorts of other things. So if some of you are going to that event, I'll see you there, and let me know if you're going to be coming. It'd be lovely to know that. Okay, so this silk cap, it's got lots of those different layers. You don't want to start trying to peel it from the edge here, as you'll sometimes see people do, just because it's really quite difficult. So what to do is grip it from the inside and pull the thinnest possible layer off with your other hand, just until you get it to lift. Now, the less experienced you are with these, the thinner the layer needs to be. So if your first layer is too thick, do it again and thin it down. So now I'm going to grip that inside really firmly with my left hand, and my right hand is going to give 3 sharp tugs. 1, 2, 3. And off it comes. So I now can put the main bit down, and I'm just working with this nice little bit of silk. Because these are made from stretched out cocoons, the silkworm starts spinning from the outside of the cocoon and spins one continuous thread all the way into the middle. So these are very, very long fibres, even though they have been either cut or broken when the bug was taken out. Now, just in case anyone's feeling sorry for the silkworm, they do actually die within 3 days after they've hatched, because they have no mouth parts, so they can't feed. So sometimes they gas them when it's done commercially. Sometimes they're allowed to hatch out, and then the broken cocoons are used to process like this. So you pay your money, you take your choice, but you can actually rear your own and let them hatch and then get the silk. Interestingly, Dobie's Butterfly Farm in Edinburgh does quite often have silk moths, tusser silk moths, which are ones that can eat privet and blackberry leaves, so you can rear them in this country. Now, you can see I'm stretching this out already, and look how long those fibres are, and they're long and they're fine. When the silkworm's spinning its cocoon, towards the end it begins to run out of silk, and you'll see in the middle there's little papery bits in it, and that is the bassinet, the last little bits that the silkworm laid down, the kind of lining, and it was running out of silk, so they're little short papery fibres. So you're never going to get a smooth result from this. If you want smooth silk, this is not the preparation to use. But those little papery bits give a lovely fleck in the yarn. It's beautiful. It's a very easy thing to get fine. A bit trickier to make a thicker yarn with it, but really nice when you do. So what you want, if you want to spin something fine, this is a really good way to go. Now you can see that what I'm doing is fanning those fibres out. I'm not working with it like that. I'm fanning it out between my fingers, and that makes it on both hands, and that makes it much easier to draft it. And then hands at least a foot apart. Keep fanning those fibres out. Give it a wiggle if you need to. And if you do the wiggle and the fanning out, it's easy. If you don't, it's really hard. That's a little papery bit there. I'll draft that a bit more. And when you've done this, you're ready to go. So what you do is you can roll this up into a little ball and you can put it down and you can make another one. But before I do that, I'm just going to show you something. What you can do is thigh roll these, so you can actually roll one length clockwise, one length anti-clockwise, and just make it kind of stick together a bit. And then because these are such long fibres, you can actually knit with that. So if you want something really, really light and floaty, or if you want a really warm lining for mittens, they're great. So I've rolled this one up, I'm going to put it down, and then I'm just going to show you that again. So hand in the middle, let me pick something else up there, but never mind. Grip it firmly in the middle, pull off a little layer, 1, 2, 3. I've got an even smaller bit this time, that's me caught on it, but it doesn't matter if it's small. And then I'm going to fan those fibres out and draft it. If you're struggling, you're forgetting to fan the fibres out, your hands are too close together, or you've started with too large a bit of the silk. So let's do another one, just because that was a really little bit. So let's just get another one. 1, 2, 3. The sharp tug is the secret to getting them off tidily, just like it is with wool fibres. Fan it out and draft it. So quite a lot of you have bought these. We're sold out at the moment, but I can do more. I can take more orders next week if people want them. But, you know, ask questions and post how you get on with them. I hope that everyone gets on okay, but if you don't, let me know and we'll give you some help here. So happy spinning, and I hope everyone enjoys their silk caps, and we'll see you soon. So bye from Create with Fibre, and see you soon.